In today's lecture, we are going to discuss electrostatic part 2 capacitor, the capacitance equations, the combinations of capacitor and resistor in series and parallel, and electric polarization, dipole, the equation charging of capacitor and discharging of capacitor, and the RC constant, of which dimension is time. So now let's start.
Today we are going to discuss chapter number first or chapter number 11 of second year physics part 2. So electrostatic chapter, and this is lecture number 2 of electrostatic. Lecture 2. Now first topic is we will discuss capacitor. First of all, what is capacitor? So capacitor is a device that is used for storing an electric charge. So capacitor is used for storing an electric charge. The capacitor consists of two metal plates present at a distance of d from each other, and the medium between these two plates is called dielectric. And the medium between these two plates is called, so these are two plates, and this medium between these two plates is called dielectrics. So the capacitor consists of metals that are 2 in number, and second there is medium between these two plates. So the medium is either air, or this is vacuum, or this may be air or any other substances. Now to charge the capacitor, the two plates, the one is positive and the second is negative, is connected to the battery of opposite terminals, like connecting positive with negative and negative with positive. In this way, electrons start moving through the battery and moving from positive terminal towards negative terminal. So negative charge appears on negative terminal, increase with time, and positive charge increase with time. In this way, electrons are transferred through the battery from the positive plate to the negative plate in charge less Q, in charge negative Q appear on the plates. The mutual attraction between these charges, the mutual attraction between the positive and negative, or these mutual charges keep them bound on the inner surface of two plates, and the charge remains stored in the capacitor even when the battery is removed. So if after charging we remove the battery, so the capacitor or two plates will still remain its positive and negative charge. Now the capability of capacitor to store charge is called capacitance. What is next is capacitance, represented by C. So capacitance is the capacity or capability of storing an electric charge, of storing electric charge, represented by C. When a charge Q is transformed on one plate of a capacitor, the potential difference between these two metal plates increases. When the charge on these two metal plates increases, the voltage or the potential difference between these two plates will also increases. In other words, we can say that the charge Q on the plates is directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to voltage. Now further we can also, by writing or by putting proportionality constant, Q is equal to CV, where C is constant and we call it capacitance of capacitor, and this is called capacitance of capacitor. Now this C depends on the area of plates, the distance between these two plates, and the third thing is the medium between these two plates. So this is E naught. or the medium. So the capacitance of capacitor depends upon the area of the plates or the distance of the plates or medium of the plates or option D all of these. So option D all of these will be correct. Suppose it came in entry test. So this is the point that capacitance depends on. Now this is there is a formula. We know that C is equal to E naught A by D. Now further, what will happen? C is equal to E naught A by D. If the area is increases, if area of plates increases, the capacitance will also increase. And if the distance increases, the capacitance decreases. Now to get maximum capacitance, we will increase E naught, medium we will put some substances. Next we will increase the area of the plates, and third we will decrease the distance. So decrease the distance. Now for example, if we have three capacitor A, capacitor B and capacitor C. So which one of this is high? This is positive, negative, this is positive, negative plate, positive, negative plate. These are three capacitors. So which one have three capacitance? All of them have same medium. So in first case, the area is small and the distance is also small. In this second case, the D is same as this. So D is same in this, but this area is greater than this area. So if D is same, then C depends on A. So if this area is more, so C will be more. So this area is more, so capacitance D have more capacitance than 1. Now in case of 3, both have, for example, this area is equal to this area. There is little bit mistakes, but if this area is same as this area. Now this distance is more than this. D3 is more than D2. So in this case, as the distance increases, capacitance decreases. So option B have more capacitance. This was simple to elaborate that the capacitance directly proportional to E naught, capacitance directly proportional to A, and capacitance inversely proportional to D. Now to derive this equation, this is quite easy. Now we know that a charge density is equal to Q by A. We also know that by Gauss law that E is equal to rho divided by E naught. Now putting rho in this, we will get E is equal to Q divided by A, and this E naught. Now we have other equation that is E is equal to V divided by T. So we got two equations. E is equal to Q divided by E naught A, and E is equal to V divided by D. So putting V by D here in this E, we will get that V by D is equal to Q divided by E naught A. I am trying to calculate the equation where we will get the equation for C. So we know that Q is equal to CV. So for C is equal to Q by V. Now here we can find. So we know that Q by V. E naught A into right side, E naught A divided by D is equal to Q by V, or Q by V is equal to C. C is equal to E naught A by D. So this is the equation for capacitance of capacitor. Now this E naught is for this E naught is for this is E naught. The next is we get this equation C is equal to E naught A by D. Now in case of parallel plate capacitors filled with a dielectric constant, dielectric capacitance. Now for dielectric, this is in case of vacuum. Now in case of we put some dielectric substances, then the equation will become E naught ER into A by D. We will multiply by ER, that is relative permittivity. What is ER? ER is relative permittivity. This is the ratio of capacitance at medium divided by capacitance at vacuum. Now the capacitance of vacuum is less, while the capacitance of medium is always more, because C is directly proportional to E naught AD. So if there is some substances, then the capacitance will increase by ER of that term. So for example, putting C vacuum is equal to 1, then C medium will be always greater than 1. So multiplying this will be 1 point something or 2 or 10, but it will be greater than 1. So greater number, if this is greater than 1 and we divide by the, so the value will be also greater than 1. So the ER values is also always greater than 1. ER value is always greater than Y. Why? Because C medium value is always greater than C vacuum. If numerator is greater than denominator, then this value is always greater than 1. Now for combinations of capacitors, there are two ways in which capacitors can be connected. Now we will also study the combinations of resistance in this case. So it is not in the book, but we will discuss it because it is quite easy to compare all of these. Now if this is for series, now in case of capacitance or capacitor, in the second cases we will discuss also resistors. Now there are two types of combination. The one is series, the other is parallel. The first one is series and the next one is parallel. Series means connecting one to other in same way in same series. We call it series, one by another, connecting one plate and the next plate to next plate and so on. So this is called capacitor. Now these are capacitor connected in series. Or now to connect resistance in series, this is, suppose we have 3 resistance, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. I took example of 3. Now combination of parallel is, this is the combination of parallel, giving each and every connection to each and every plate, or giving, in this case, resistance is connected to both positive and negative. So this is parallel combination of resistor. So telling it C1, C2, C3, naming it C1, C2, C3, naming it R1, R2, R3, or naming it R1, R2, R3. Now in this case, why I would like to draw this table, because the resistance and capacitor are opposite of each other. It store energy while it waste energy. It store energy while this waste or use energy. So this value is opposite of this. So if we know that this is one resistance, so combining second and its front, we will add the and so on. So in series, the resistance are added as R1, R2 plus R3. Now to derive this equation, this is so simple, because if this is series, the current remains constant or the current flow is same. So is the current flow is same, for example, this is R1, this is R2 and this is R3. So I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3, and the total I is equal to I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3. Now we know that I is equal to V divided by R, so V divided by RE is equal to V is equal to IR, or I is equal to V divided by R. So in this case I is same, so we will put V divided by R. Now this is for current. Now what happened to voltage? Voltage divides. RV is equal to, if this is V1, V2 and V3. V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Footing V is equal to IR. So V is equal to IR. E is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Taking I constant, we will get I is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Cancelling I prime each other both sides. So we will get RE is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This was for series. So for series the value is R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on. Now for parallel this will be no need to prove, just remember it. 1 over RE is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Now for capacitance, if they connected in series, so for series the resistance are added, while for capacitance this will be 1 over R is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. In parallel they will be, sorry, this is C, capacitance 1, capacitance 2 and capacitance 3. In parallel this will be C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus Cn and so on. So this is for series and parallel. The next is, in series the current remains same. In series and capacitor or resistance the C remains same, while in parallel the I current divides equally. In parallel the voltage remains same either at capacitor or parallel, and in series it divide. Like in this case the I will be equal to, I is equal to I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3, while V will be equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. In this case the I divides, so I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 will be V is equal to V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3. To remember this point, just remember that electron is electron flow, so the flow of electron is like the flow of water. So this is like 1/5. So the flow of current or the flow of electron or the flow of current, so this is 1/5, so the flow is constant. So I is equal to I1 plus I2, each one will get same current. Now in this case, if this is the flow of water, so there are 3 pathways, so the I divides into 3. So and the voltage is opposite of current. So you remember the I, like in this case the I is same, I is equal to I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3, but voltage will divide, that will be V1 is equal to V2 plus V3. Or for resistance in parallel, I will be divide, I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, or V is equal to V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3. So this was all about the series and parallel. Now to find the equivalent capacitor, this is the formula for equivalent capacitor, and this is for formula of equivalent capacitor. This is for series and this is for parallel. Now in this case, if we see that there is some value of C1 or C2 and C3, so CE is always greater than C1, or C is also greater than C2, or C is always greater than C3, because these threes are added and they give us C1. But in this case C is also less than C1, C is also less than C2, and CE is also less than C3. C1, C2, C3 means each individual capacitor. So the CE value in this case is greater than C1, C2, or equivalent capacitor will be greater than R1, R2, or R3. In this case RE will be less than R1 or R2 or R3. So this is the point. The next is electric polarization. Electric polarization. So in insulating material with relative permittivity or dielectric, ER is inserted into initially charged parallel plates of capacitor. For example, if we have parallel plate capacitors that are charged. Charge means positive and negative charge. If we have two plates and if we put dielectric, sorry, this is negative, the one is positive, so the other will be negative. So if we put dielectric, either polar or non-polar. So if we put dielectric polar, So what will happen if we put dielectric? Mean dielectric are some substances. For example, this is some atom. If we put it inside the already charged plate, so as an atom contain positive and negative electron, so the negative electron will be attracted by positive side and the positive side will be attracted by negative plates. Again, drawing this, if this is two plates, the one is positive and the other is negative. And when dielectric are placed between, for example, this is dielectric, so the positive will attract the negative and the negative will attract positive. Again, the negative, positive. So negative, positive, negative, positive. So this is called electric polarization. Polarization means that this dielectric is polarized by an electric field. Polarized means poles. Poles mean two opposite poles. Positive and negative are two poles. These are appear. Now, a system in which two charges of equal magnitude, these are positive and negative, are two charges but are opposite magnitude, are separated by distance d. So we have this distance d. This are term is dipole and this is term is dipole, or the whole this is called electric dipole, and this is represented by P. So P shows us dipole or electric dipole, and this is equal to the product of charge and the distance between them. So the unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of distance is meter. So coulomb meter is the unit of dipole, where it is a vector quantity and it is some dimension. Now another point to remember is that we know that electric field is from direction of positive towards negative. So the electric field is from positive to negative field of capacitor, while inside the dipole it is from positive to negative also. So if we see, these two are opposite in direction, so this is also in. So as we can see, it is from left to right while this is from right to left. So these dipoles are electric field are opposite to the electric field due to dipole, or electric field due to these substances, are electric field due to dielectric is opposite to that of electric field of two plates. So electric field of plates is opposite to that of electric field of what? Of particular dielectric. So dielectric electric field is the opposite to that of plates. So this is the point to remember. So as these are opposite to this, so this will cancel the effect of this. Not totally will cancel, but it will decrease the effect of electric field. So for example, if we have two plates, one is this plates and the second with the presence of dielectric substances. So which one have a higher electric field? This one has higher electric field than this, because if we put dielectric due to dielectric, electric polarization will take place. And electric dipole, the electric field of electric dipole is opposite of due to this. So this electric field will cancel the effect of this, and hence decrease will be observed. So the electric field are empty dielectric or electric field of capacitor without any dielectric, it is always greater than that capacitor which have dielectric substance. So this was a point. Next was the point of electric dipole unit. So dipole is equal to QD and the QS diameter is coulomb meter. The next we already discussed is the charging of capacitor. So the charging of capacitor is the average voltage on the capacitor due to the charging process, and this energy stored in the capacitor. So the energy stored in the capacitor is represented by U, and this is the product of Q and V average, or V average is equal to V divided by 2. So Q is equal to V divided by 2, or to remember it, it is just half of Q and V. So energy of a capacitor is equal to half QV. Now we also know that Q is equal to CV. So putting CV instead of this Q, we will get half CV into V. So we will get half CV square. Also we can write this V is equal to Q by C. So putting this V is equal to Q by C, we will get half Q into Q by C, so we will get half Q square by C, or Q square by 2C. So all of these 1, 2, 3, these threes are the possible energy equation. Done? Now another term is to find energy density. So this is the equation for energy. Now we know that using this equation, we know that U is equal to C V square by 2. Also we know that V is equal to ED. This is from where we get this. We know that E is equal to V divided by T. So V is equal to ED. So we will put V is equal to ED. This is square, so we will get E square plus D square. The next is, we know that C is equal to E naught ER A by D. So we will put this value up. So we will get Q is equal to, putting C is equal to E naught ER A by D. And there is 2 in the formula. The next is putting value V is equal to ED. So V square is equal to E square D square. So D cancel with the square, we will get E naught ER A into E square by 2. And there is one D. Taking D and A out, so ER E naught ER E square into AD divided by 2, where A is the area, D is the distance. So E into D give us the volume. So A and D give us the volume. So this is the inner equation of energy. Now to find the equation for energy density. Energy density. Energy is equal to mass per unit density is equal to mass per unit volume, but energy density is equal to energy per unit volume. So here in this case, energy is equal to E naught ER E square divided by 2, and AD is the volume. So volume divided by volume. So volume cancel with ED, and we will get E naught ER E square by D. So in ETA 2018, there was MCQs like which one of the following equations show energy density equation. So in the option, there were options like this. This is half E naught ER into E square. So this is the equation for energy density. So bear in mind, must remember this equation, that for U is equal to half E naught ER E square multiplied by AD, while for energy density, that is written for small MCQ small u, so that is equal to half E naught ER into E square. So these two equations are most important. There is no need for charging and discharging of capacitor, but we will give it a single touch. Now we have already told that these are capacitors are charged by connecting it with the opposite terminal of the battery. So one pellet will charge positive and the negative will charge negative. The negative is charged negative because the electron moves from positive towards negative. But after some time, these electrons on the plate repel the more incoming electron. So after some time, the electrons on plates repel what? Repel incoming electrons. So no more electrons can come. So we can say that the capacitor cannot be fully charged. Cannot be fully charged. So bear in mind, this is the point for entities, that a capacitor cannot be fully charged. And why? The electron on these plates repel the more incoming electron. Now to charge this, we connect it with the battery, but we use also some RC. So there is R multiplied by C. The RC is always remains, the product of R and C remains constant. Now there are two things, one for charging and the other for discharging. That smaller the R will, smaller easy it will be charged. For example, Q naught is the maximum value, in for X we take the time T, and this is Q and this is Q naught value. So the maximum capacity, how much it can be charged, to Q is equal to C into V. It depends on its capacitance, voltage, applied voltage or EMF of the battery. So this is for small RC. Small RC, smaller the RC value, easy will get charge, and greater the RC, large the RC value, more it will take the time to discharge. Now this was for charging. For discharging, smaller the R value, smaller it will be discharged, and larger the RC value, greater it will take the time to discharge. So bear in mind, the small the RC value, easy will get charge and easy will discharge, because the RC value is small, and the large value of RC, so it will take large time to charge and large time to discharge. So what is RC? The RC is called time constant. Why it is time constant? Because we know that Q is equal to Q naught e to the power minus t divided by RC. This is the equation for fully charged capacitor. So we know that according to laws of maths and physics, e to the powers everything must have no unit. A power must have no unit. So t divided by RC. To get this into no unit, so minus t is equal to RC. So the t is equal to RC. Now for equation, we know that if there is two values on equation, two sides, so these two must have same unit. So the unit of t is same as the unit of RC. So the RC unit is time second. So the RC unit is second, where RC is called time constant. Now this is equation for discharging. For charging, we use the equation Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus E minus T divided by R. So this was about time RC constant, that is called time constant. So the unit of RC is second and its dimension is time. Bear in mind that RC is dimension of time, where RC is called the time constant, or it is the duration of time. It is RC at what? It is time duration. It is time duration for a capacitor, which a capacitor 63.2% when capacitor is charged. So that time is called RC constant. RC is the time constant for which the capacitor charge of its maximum value 63.2%. So we know that for charging, Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus E to the power minus T divided by RC. So putting minus T is equal to RC, this will be equal to minus T divided by RC is equal to, as both are same, this we will get minus. So the equation will become Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus E to the power minus 1, where E value is 2.718, or we can also write as 1 to the power. This can be also written as Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus 1 by E, or we can also write Q is equal to Q naught 1 minus 1 divided by 2.718. Solving these, we will get Q is equal to Q naught 63.2%, or this is the Q divided by Q naught is equal to 63.2%. So this was the relation for charging. The same for solving for discharging, but for discharging we will get Q divided by Q naught is equal to 36.7 degrees percentage. Now why will there will be difference in the value in percentage? Because the equation for discharging is different, that is Q divided by Q naught is equal to E to the power minus T divided by RC. So this is for charging and this is for discharging. These two values are very important, 36.7% for discharging and 62.2 for charging. The dimension of RC is also very important. So this was the end of electrostatic chapter part 2.